This smiling scumbag confessed to his bishop in 2008 of child SA. He confessed to rubbing his on her in the bathroom at just 6 months old. And what did the bishop do? Nothing! Par for the course for the LDS organization. In fact, McConkie was actually just given more callings so that he could watch over the children. He was a young men's president or bishop or counselor. He worked in the Boy Scouts as the Boy Scout leader in his ward. Great. All during this time, he is snuggling with these girls, wrapping his legs around them, spooning them, and more. During this time, he's obsessed with the 6 and 4-year-olds. He loves forcefully kissing them and hugging them and won't remove himself from the room when they're changing. But the LDS Church has him in a position of trust and power. I also forgot to mention that he's a lawyer. He's a deputy district attorney for Colorado Springs. In 2013, 5 years after his confession, McConkie allegedly SA'd the now 8-year-old while she sleeps in a bed lying next to him. When she wakes up, she realizes his hand is touching down there. She tells him to stop, and he replies, "I'm sorry, I thought it was the mom." He allegedly assaulted her numerous times. There was many times she woke up with his hand in a position it should not be. And what does the LDS Church do? It makes him bishop. So now he will be having private talks with young people in his closed office about their sexual desires and what they've been doing behind closed doors to determine their worthiness. This man is determining other people's worthiness. Then he's released from being bishop and called to stake president. If you're not an LDS member or you're not an Exmo, you probably don't know this, but stake president is higher up. So he was released from bishop and now he's in charge of way more people and way more responsibility. He's given more power. He's looked up to as a role model. Not long after that, in 2017, his next victim is born. Finally, in 2023, the mother of the victims tells a therapist that the now adult victim had recently told her that McConkie had SA'd her in 2013 when she was approximately 8 years old. And the therapist does what the bishop should have done long ago, reports it, and police begin to investigate. The now 19-year-old victim is worried about the 6-year-old victim who is showing signs that something is going on. DHS interviews that 6-year-old who says that McConkie sometimes cuddles with her in bed the whole night, wraps their arms around each other, and when she gets hot, she takes her shirt off. She stated that McConkie wanted to play a game with her one night called Sorry, and when asked further, she curled up in a ball and did not want to participate in the interview any longer. Police speak with that former bishop who had taken that confession back in 2008, and he said it was normal for members of the church to confess to wrongdoings. I'm sorry, what? It was normal? This was a normal confession. Didn't think anything should be reported. We can place some blame on that bishop here, but we should also place a lot of blame on the LDS Church for making it this way, for encouraging the bishops to not report abuse, and for covering it up, and for not training the bishops, and for not making sure that sexual abusers are serving as bishops. Later on, the police have a recording of that mother talking with McConkie, who said, "That was 14 years ago. As I'm sleeping, I accidentally, unwittingly, unconsciously touched their name and said, 'Oh my goodness, I'm going to fully talk to name about this. I told you the same day that it is not time for her to sleep in here anymore.'" Placing blame on her sleeping there. Oh, he didn't know. So unconscious to it. In April 2025, McConkie files a proposed plea agreement where he admits to attempted SA on a child as part of a proposed plea deal in an effort to avoid prison time. Great, because we love this guy running the streets, right guys? In the proposed agreement, McConkie agrees to plead guilty to 1 count of criminal attempt to commit SA on a child, a lesser charge than what he was originally facing. McConkie admits to inappropriately touching a 10 to 11-year-old girl around 2014 in the plea agreement, stating, "I could have removed my hands sooner." That's his reason. "I could have removed my hands sooner." What? That's not a sorry. That's an excuse. Something to mention is that David McConkie is the paternal grandson of Bruce R. McConkie, who served as a Mormon apostle. He's also the great-grandson of Joseph Fielding Smith, who served as a Mormon prophet. So this guy's royalty here. And it makes you kind of wonder, is he getting the royal treatment maybe? Is he getting special treatment from the church? Who knows, because they kind of handle all abuse cases like this. In July 2025, the plea agreement is accepted and he receives 0 jail time. The judge said he didn't want to give him jail time because he's a father, an unemployed father of 5 children. So, he's going to have to support them somehow. I understand the victims and the families get a say in what happens with cases, but can we stop normalizing just letting these guys off the hook? He got to pay his $100,000 bail money and just be on the streets right away. Poor people don't get to do that. If you're rich and you're committing abuse, though, you don't have to serve any jail time. We're just going to give you 5 years probation and just be a good boy from now on. If you have any information missing about this case, you can submit it to floodlit.org and they'll list it on their website so that we can warn people about this guy who also won't be on the offender registry list after 10 years because he pled to lesser charges.